What's up, guys? How's it going? As you can see, I have Johnny Ray Sinister with me today. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, everybody?
It's awesome. Bobbit, do you want to turn your camera on, or what's going on? Did you see a picture of Oscar? I was wondering. And we have Bobbit with us today. Apparently, my niece is behind me, by the way, but she's not a part of the show. How's it going today, Bobbit?
Good.
Good, good, good.
Good talk. Good talk.
Heather is off to she's just right over my shoulder here. If she wants, there she is. She's throwing in a wave. How's it going, guys? Staying out of trouble, I hope. That's good. Apparently nobody's staying out of trouble because I got no fucking response from anybody. But so we're gonna welcome to episode 3. We're just gonna go over little news and notes. Most of the news came from Bobbit this week. I got the big news. Of course, we all know what's going on with the big sale of WWE. Well, not the big sale. Let me rephrase that before people start throwing a shit. Oh, they sold? No, they didn't sell. They cut a deal with SmackDown for 5 years. 5 years and $1 billion. So $200 million a year. I think it was deal came out to be $205 million a year, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And on average, if you're going to average everything out, what does this do for SmackDown? It probably makes it the A show now. SmackDown, Fox can give it better production value than USA can, in my opinion. NBC is a dying breed. I think it's probably why they can you get out of the frame for a second, honey, or move over here by Heather.
Is it annoying
you? Yes. I'm sorry. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
I'm watching from
Okay. So I don't know. I think it's a good deal for the WWE. Now there could be actual competition between SmackDown and Raw now. One team on a different channel, one team on a different channel. I kind of like it. Kind of like the NFL thing. The AFC's on one channel, the NFC's on the other. I like that kind of thing that they have going on. They could do so many things with this too, by the way. Like if there's an inter brand match, whoever like they do for football, if an AFC team visits an NFC team, it's on Fox. If an NFC team visits an AFC team, it's on CBS. I think is how it goes, if I remember correctly.
Interesting enough that you bring up football. Cardinal asks in the chat if you think the XFL will be shown on Fox now.
I think that's part of the deal. I think that's part of the deal, is that XFL is going to go to Fox. So that might be part of the deal. However, again, I want people to be aware that, yes, Vince McMahon is the major contributor for the XFL, excuse me. He is not running XFL. He is funding it. He brought people in. If you watch his press conference, he's bringing people in to run that aspect of his business. He's bringing in football people, which is a smart. He didn't do that last time.
No, he didn't.
He just said, I can do it. I'm a smart guy. I know what I'm doing. If I can build a wrestling program, I sure as hell can run a football thing. Turned out he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and it went under. He's bringing football people in. I think it'll be a little more successful this time. I don't know when they're going to start. If it's going to be during the fall, which would be dumb for them to go up against the NFL with this.
Yes.
So I'm thinking it's going to be like a spring, end of summer or beginning of summer type deal thing, where once the NFL ends, XFL will begin, so that there's football
all year round,
pretty much, but not all year.
Sorry, JP. So here's my question: and you and I have talked about this a couple of times already.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do you think we could see, or could it be possible that we see a TV 14 SmackDown again?
I don't know why they went away from TVPG, because you can still, or went to TVPG, because you can still have TV 14 and still do chair shots and draw blood on a show. It's not going to traumatize. It's not like a kid has never seen fucking blood before. I mean,
Right.
sure, you're going to see a guy getting. I don't think. And part of the reason why you don't see chair shots anymore is because of the concussion thing. However, what I do see is. I do see them going back to. I would love for them to go back to the Ruthless Aggression era. Everybody says the Attitude Era was the best era. In a way it was, but in a way it ruined what we're seeing today. The Ruthless Aggression Era was a great era because you got a little bit of everything. If they could incorporate and take away the women's division the way it was during the Ruthless Aggression Era and put it into what it is today, I think they could be very successful. Very successful with the
Well,
storytelling.
Well, you know, for me, I think it would be almost, and this is just me personally speaking, I think it would almost be silly for them not to do TV 14 on Fox, because a lot of their programming is TV 14.
Yes, it is.
And so I'm going in with this deal. Oh, I think this deal is a good move. It gets them more exposure, but I'm going with this with a cautious optimism.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the potential of how good this could be, but I can also see this becoming a complete disaster.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. This isn't like the fucking episode, the segment on Raw this past week.
Oh God!
It was either going to be a disaster or it was going to be good. There's no in between with that. This, there isn't in between. There is a chance that it might be successful, and there's a chance that it might not be successful. But there is a lot of leeway in there, if you get what I'm saying. They could be successful, they could not be successful, but I don't think they're going to fail at this. I don't see them failing at this because it's going to get them more exposure. And if they go back to TV 14, it only does nothing but benefit them. Vince, TV 14 is no fucking different than TV PG. It's just you're able to go a little farther than what you are on TV PG. If you don't want them to swear, which we've heard them swear, I mean, fucking Roman Reigns calls everybody a bitch all the time. So, I mean, that's about as far as they go on Fox anyway. That's not TV. I mean, if you don't want your kids to fucking watch it, then don't let them watch it.
Be a fucking parent for once instead of just popping your kid in front of
See,
the
it
TV.
all comes back to the fucking liberal. I hate doing this. The liberal, fucking left wing, fucking saying, "Well, this is too violent for TV. I don't want TV. I don't want this on TV. You need to tone it down a little bit." Whatever. You know what? If you don't want your kids to watch it, then don't let them watch it. You have that control. You are the parent. Go ahead.
I think that I think this is a problem, especially when it comes to the violence on TV stuff, and it gets a little bit away from what we were talking about. But I think you see that ad on both sides a lot. I mean, look what the Republicans are doing now. They're talking about violence in video games again, like that's not been beaten to death 20,000 different times by different people. But if they can't see the inherent benefit of going to TV 14, then realistically, I've given up faith in a lot of media outlets, but that would ruin a lot of things for me.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I get it. I don't. We'll see. Hopefully, like I said, we're speculating, but I think a lot of stuff would work for them. I really do. I think going TV 14 would work. It's not going to hurt your TV 14. Think about it. What does TV 14 mean?
It's
Right.
Teenager's hour.
TV 14 means that the guidance says you're the parent. It's for parents. It's not, oh, if you're 14 and up, you can watch it. Those 14 and under can't watch it. It's up to the freaking parent if that child can watch it. That's what I don't. I think they're misunderstanding what the parental thing is all about, and in the way I'm thinking about it. But yeah. So other than that, I mean, Fox for $1 billion. I think we could see Pyro coming back. Which I don't know how that's going to enhance the product any more than the oohs and the ahs, I guess. It's not going to make the show that much better. They're just going to cover it with Pyro. Maybe this is what's wrong with WWE. We don't have Pyro. Hey, let's put Pyro in there. This should bring the show back up to where it was. No, that's not going to happen.
That certainly helps out certain entrances. Like
And that's all it does.
Champion.
That's all it does. Hold on a second. Johnny, you're like way off camera, dude.
Really?
Oh,
Hang
yeah,
on.
you're like zoomed the fuck in. You need to close your thing and open it back up.
Okay, let me try it again. Sorry.
There we go.
My bad.
No, you're good. So
So
moving on, I've got 4 signings that are rumored by WWE. I'm going to tell you the probability of those happening. 2 of these I don't see happening ever again. CM Punk, that's never going to happen, folks. CM Punk's never coming back to the WWE. Not with the court case that he's got going on with the physician now. He's never going to... The physician is suing CM Punk.
Yeah.
For slander. If CM Punk loses this case, which he most likely will, he's never coming back to WWE. Ever. Batista, Triple H doesn't want him back. Never coming back. The ones that I do see coming back are Kenny Omega and Hulk Hogan. I think Kenny Omega is either... Here's what's going to happen. Either Kenny Omega is not going to win the title and he's going to come to WWE, or he's going to win the title, and when he loses said title, he will then come to WWE. So either he'll be coming to WWE after Dominion, or he will be coming to WWE after Wrestle Kingdom. So we could see him probably at Royal Rumble, which would probably be the thing that they would do anyway, most likely. Have him debut at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You're right.
But those, I'll go around the room here, and these 4 here, we can talk about. What do you think about the 4, Johnny?
I agree. No chance in hell CM Punk's going to be coming back. They need to. Fans really need to let this one go.
Absolutely.
They really do. It's not going to happen. I mean, I am one of those people. I do believe in WWE's philosophy of never say never. But the probability very, very, very slim. I don't see it happening. Batista's kind of a weird, or to me, a weird duck, because it's been documented that he does want to have one last full-time run. But clearly WWE does not want him. So could we maybe see a change of heart later on down the line? Maybe, but I don't think so. I think once WWE is done with somebody, like officially done, they're done. So, I agree, Batista. Kenny Omega is kind of an interesting cat for me, because I'm going to be dead honest. I have not seen a Kenny Omega match.
You need to.
So, now I've seen snippets of it, and from what I can tell, he's a very good wrestler.
He's also very hilarious.
He's top 3.
Now, my question is, and of course I know these are all rumors, but he kind of, based on what I've heard from others and what I've seen, he doesn't kind of strike me as a guy to come to a platform like WWE. I'm probably wrong on that, but I'm coming from a place of ignorance on that.
What when you say when okay, let me ask you this: when you say this type of guy and this type of platform, what do you mean?
I see. Well, he kind of strikes me as a really top-notch indie guy. That's what he seems like. That's what he seems like to me. But then again, I'm coming from this from a place of ignorance. I don't really know that much about him. So I'm coming in with the idea that I'm probably wrong about that. My thing is, and of course, if he does come to WWE, great. I get a chance to really see his work. Hulk Hogan.
I've already said my piece on Hulk Hogan, by the way.
Yeah, this is my thing. I think that I'm kind of indifferent about him coming back because I don't excuse what he did, but I also know that he did it in a private setting and he did not know that that was going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've talked about this. We've talked about this over, and when I talked about somebody, when did you talk about this a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, we talked about
came out
about the Fabulous Moolah.
No, we were actually talking about Hulk Hogan, I think.
We were.
There was rumors of him being re-signed, and he was going to be the new general manager of Raw.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I know this conversation has come up quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm of the opinion if he comes back, okay, it's nostalgia act. I don't want to see Hulk Hogan anymore.
Okay.
Not because of what he did, but because it's time. He's another Ric Flair at this point.
Okay, here's my thing on what they're going to do with Hulk Hogan. I don't think they're going to put him on TV. I think they're going to sign him to a Legends contract. And he'll be like doing signings. He'll be doing stuff on the network. He won't come out. He won't become a general manager. He won't become a commissioner. He won't do any of that stuff. He'll just be under a Legends contract, just doing whatever they want him to do.
Occasional appearances.
Yes, and occasional appearances. I don't think they're going to put him on TV all the time. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near a TV set for a while. I think they're just going to bring him in because of the Legends contract. Just because they're bringing somebody back into the WWE doesn't mean they're going to put him on TV. Like, we say this all the time. Oh my God. Dean Ambrose is backstage. Just because Dean Ambrose is back fucking stage does not mean that he is going to be in the show.
Right.
He may just be there getting a checkup, or he's talking to story writers or whatever they're doing. Preparing for him to come back, because he is getting close to a comeback.
Yes.
So people need to calm down when they hear that they, like, who else did they say? Oh, they see Nikki Cross backstage. Okay, she's probably working on a storyline with somebody. She probably has friends backstage. Who cares?
Right.
Is it that big of a fucking deal if they don't come out until you hear from WWE that, hey, there's a big debut tonight, then you can sit there and say, oh my God. They'll let you know. They'll throw out hints. They aren't gonna say something they're not gonna do that. So I wouldn't worry so much about the Hulk Hogan thing. I don't think you're going to see him on TV. I think he's just going to be in a Legends contract and just do appearances. Random appearances. He might come out on a Raw one time, a one-time only thing or whatever. But I don't think he's going to be like every week commissioner, general manager type deal thing. So that's just what I think. Just to not let everybody get their panties in a bunch.
Right.
What about Batista?
Well, I already kind of said what I thought about Batista. Thing is, I was never really that big of a Batista fan.
Not a lot of people were.
I'm just,
I will
You know,
say,
I didn't-
I will say this: his first title run after he beat Triple H,
Mhm.
he was pretty big then. I will
Well,
say
yeah.
that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted you to get out what I wanted to say about that IC.
right.
You go ahead and finish what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I will concede, yeah, his first run was pretty good, but Batista to me hasn't been relevant for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the reason why we got Daniel Bryan is because of the severe backlash of Batista.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I don't like the guy, I haven't really cared about his character.
Right.
That's just my personal opinion on it. Do I think he's a bad wrestler? No, not at all. He's had some really tremendous spots. In fact, I thought that towards the end, when he was having that feud with Cena,
Mm-hmm.
and he was about the spotlight, I think that was kind of the last time that he was really relevant to me.
Yeah. You're right.
That was some of his. That was some really good work by Batista.
Mm-hmm.
And him leaving like that, I think it's the way that he left with that sort of attitude, and then him coming back, and all he kind of cared about was getting a title shot. I would have much rather, when he came back that last time, if he was talking more about, I had to leave because the spotlight wasn't on me, and now I'm back, and kind of continued that story.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could have seen, I could have gotten more behind it. Again, it kind of goes back to, this is what Batista's wanting is basically another nostalgia act. Batista versus Triple H. I'm kind of done with the nostalgia act.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I'm done with the part-timer bullshit. That's what it is. Part-timer bullshit. I'm done with it. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. We beat a dead horse with The Rock and Lesnar. No, I'm done with it.
Who are you asking that question to?
No, I'm just saying in general.
No, in the chat.
Hey, Jess, in the chat, what are your thoughts on WWE so far?
On WWE? Oh, she's just asking in general, I think. On WWE so far page? I mean, you could have just asked that question. I mean, they can't hear you.
I just put it in the chat for people in the chat too. So.
Oh, okay. Well, they can hear you. My thoughts on WWE so far, SmackDown's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It's still not that great.
However, it's
Raw
the oldest show.
Raw is fucking terrible. NXT has been good the last couple of weeks. I mean, they're spotty at best sometimes with some of their booking, but they're better than both Raw and SmackDown. Johnny's probably going to agree with me 100% on this. In fact, I think everybody will agree with you, Paige, on what I just said. WWE's just, for some reason, they don't have competition. And for those of you that don't know, Paige doesn't get to watch it. So the only people that she knows is The Rock. Really, like The Rock is her favorite character.
John Cena.
She likes John Cena.
And Roman Reigns.
And Roman Reigns. She likes fucking Roman Reigns. But then what 14-year-old girl doesn't like Roman Reigns? Well,
What's that say about Bobbit?
Nothing. Bob.
Bobbitt's always said he wanted to be a pretty little girl, so there we go.
But I mean,
I love your Bobbit.
but yeah, so yeah, I mean, whatever. It's fine. I mean, what are you gonna do? So she just curious as to what the state of the WWE is. It's pretty bad, Paige.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, it's pretty bad.
Get better.
I agree. I wish they would.
Well, hey, she'll be able to watch it with us tomorrow. She'll get her.
No, she won't be here on Monday.
Yeah, well.
You're
She
gonna
told
be
us
here.
this, like,
Are you gonna be here Tuesday?
No.
Okay.
But she can watch Monday Night Raw. That's
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. Whatever.
Because we did so much on Friday.
Yeah.
Fuck my days.
I mean, she could watch episodes of Raw. It's on the network. It's not like she couldn't. She just have to watch it. You know, whatever.
Like a month behind.
No, she can watch. She comes once every other week. She could catch up on 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So moving on. So you're spending a lot of time on the news, which is fine with me, but there's a lot of news.
Well, you never got Bobbitt's answer.
Oh yeah, Bobbit. I'm sorry, buddy. I never did get your answer on the $1 billion deal with Fox. I'm sorry, man. You're silent. You're always silent, so I never know when to ask you. Go ahead. What's your thinking on
waiting
it?
for my turn to speak the whole time.
Huh?
I was waiting for my turn to speak.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's my fault, man. It's my apology. What do you think of the $1 billion deal for SmackDown?
I think it's a good thing because, like y'all said, Fox will let them do a little bit more than USA could. Like USA, I feel like is more of a family channel. That's why they went to the PG era before. Well, I mean, why we're in the PG era is because of them. And I think Fox would let them go a little bit more.
Well, here's
you gotta think.
Go ahead.
Fox has Family Guy. Family Guy is about as far away from PG as you can get.
That's true. That's true. Oh, so I mean, they call the show on Monday night is called Raw, and that just doesn't seem like the kind of proper name for the show that they have on Monday nights anymore.
No.
If they're going family, why did they call the show Raw? Makes no sense. Do you see what I'm saying?
Brand recognition.
Say it again.
Brand recognition. If you call anything else, people like who hasn't watched wrestling since the 90s will be like, "Oh look, Monday Night Raw's still on. Let's watch it." If they called it like, I don't know, Monday Night Roman Reigns, they'll be like, "Well, what the fuck is that?" And they'll keep scrolling.
Well, here's why I asked that question. If they call it Raw seems like a pretty harsh word.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also have to remember they called it Monday Night Raw because when they first started going live, it was just raw footage.
I know, but I'm just that's what I'm saying. What is the concept behind the show? They haven't really given us a concept behind the show. When they started Raw, it was raw footage. Then when the Attitude Era came, it became another thing. It became Raw, as in they're gonna no holds barred. We're gonna show everything and get away with as much as we possibly can. That was
right.
Raw. That is what the Raw that everybody is. That's what everybody is missing. They're not understanding. I get why they don't call it Raw, but I digress. From the famous quote of Mr. Jim Cornette. What about the rumored signings that I talked about? CM Punk, Omega, Hogan, and Batista.
Okay, Punk. You might as well forget about that. That's never going. Dude, he has a snowball chance in hell to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Batista's weird. Like, I think as soon as he's done with Marvel, he might come back, but that's a big if.
Okay.
Well, Hogan. Well, Hogan's a for sure guarantee at this point. You know, I think enough time has passed since that whole leaked footage came out, and it's just time. Like let's just let it go. Like it was proven that the footage shouldn't have ever came out. So
right.
And Omega, I agree. Omega's coming back at the Rumble. I'm calling it now. He's gonna be want to surprise people at the Rumble, and the fucking roof is going to fly off the place.
I mean, I'm gonna go back. If you, Johnny, you need to watch Omega wrestle. Go watch him. He wrestles. Okada is the best wrestler in the world today, right now. He has the best moveset. He's innovative. He can do. I mean,
No, I agree. I do need to go watch him.
Yeah, I think he was ranked number 6 of wrestlers in 2017. Mm-hmm. The difference between Omega and Omega was number 5. I think Omega is number 5. I think something like that. The difference between him and Omega is like this big of a gap. Like, I mean, wow. It is. You can't even see it. That's how big of a gap it is. So the difference between 5 and 6, like Omega can do it all. He can work in the ring. He can sell. He can cut a promo, and he can wrestle. He can flat out wrestle. If you have not seen him wrestle, I guarantee you he's not an indies guy. Not an indies guy. He is what WWE wants to be the face of their company.
That is an interesting prediction there.
Who?
Bobbitt. Well, Cardinal asked Bobbitt in the chat if Ibushi comes with Omega.
Yes, they talked about that on Cardinal Basement and them show. I think that Ibushi wants to come to. That's another reason why I think Omega's going to come. Is that Ibushi wants to come to WWE, and him and Ibushi are like best friends. So they come to. They will come, and them two have had some hellacious matches, almost as good as Okada Omega has been. But they're a tag team called the Golden Lovers right now. Mm-hmm. So once they're done with that program, like I said, when Omega wins the title, or if he doesn't win the title, you could see Omega after Dominion. You could see Omega at SummerSlam yet. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't win the title at Dominion, you'll see him either Survivor Series, SummerSlam. If he does win the title, you see him at the Royal Rumble. But yeah, excuse you.
I wonder what happened to Dan Rex.
I don't know. Did you time him out again?
No.
He was about to, I think.
No. He was here, but he left. I don't know.
He might have just stopped chatting.
Moving on. Toni Storm.
I'm not in the chat at all.
Toni Storm. She signed a WWE UK deal. What does that mean? I think she's going to be at the Mae Young Classic. Bobbitt's got that story here we're going to get to here in just a hot minute. Toni Storm, she's only 22 or 23 years old. Look, if WWE does not sign her right away, people need to calm down.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. She's perfect for NXT. Gotcha. Right now, they won't have anything for her. I think she's going into the Mae Young Classic. I think she's going to win it. They may sign her after the Mae Young Classic. Okay? So I think people need to slow down on Toni Storm. Plus, again, she's the Stardom champion. She's still wrestling in other promotions. She can't. WWE won't work with other promotions. So until she drops the title and moves on, she ain't gonna do anything. And she'll be 90 days.
Yeah.
Before she can do anything else with any other company, because that's a standard contract with any company anymore.
Hold that thought, JP. Dan Rex. Do you know what happens when you make the Sinister One ask where you're at because you're not talking in the chat? Do you know what happens where you're you're sitting there just minding your own business and not talking in the chat? Do you want to know what happens? You just got put in timeout!
All right. So, what are your thoughts on Toni Storm?
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who she is?
Nope.
If you go watch the Mae Young Classic. Go watch the
Oh,
Mae Young.
she was in the Mae Young Classic, the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
Go watch it.
Okay, no, actually, I did see it, so I'm probably not just remembering who exactly she was.
She lost to Kairi Sane in the semifinals.
Okay. I know who you're talking about now.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
bring her to NXT.
Who?
Toni Storm. Didn't
Yes.
she lose to Kairi Sane in the
Yes, she
semifinals?
did.
Yes.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Yes, bring her to NXT.
Well, like I said, slow down. She is only 23.
Well, yeah.
If
that's
she
like
doesn't,
dynamics.
you got to remember she's still a champion in another freaking promotion, so she can't exactly just leave. She's under
Cody,
contract.
you want to laugh at Dan Rex for being put in timeout? You know what? If I could keep putting stuff in the freaking popping up.
Hurry it up so I can move on. God damn it!
You're just gonna put in timeout too.
Yeah, bring her to NXT. I get it. I know Bobbitt's feelings. He wants her to come to NXT right away. I
NXT
get it.
needs-
I already know what Heather's gonna say.
NXT needs that push. They need another top-rated, talented female.
I know they do. I
They
know
can't
do.
rely only on Nikki Cross.
I get that. But you got to remember, again, it all comes back to whether or not she wants to sign. If she wants to hone, the reason she didn't sign the first time is she wants to hone her skills a little bit more. She's there, but she wants to be that person. So we'll go with that. All right, now we get into the Bobbitt stuff. I've got one more story, but I'm going to save that till closer to the end. What are yours? Bobbitt said something about the G1 special. Isn't that tournament that they do, Bobbitt, to decide who goes for the title at Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's the deal on that?
It will be airing on Access Television.
I will say this right now. If it is, I will stream it then.
And if they keep doing this on Access, they're going to start catching up to the WWE.
They have to get to a better channel before they catch up.
I just said start.
Yeah, well they do show it on Access, like they have Wrestle Kingdom on Access.
Yeah, only the pay-per-views. They don't show weekly programs.
Yeah, they do.
Not all the time.
1 hour a week on Fridays, 7 to 8 or 9 to 10, something like that.
You need a better time slot.
They do. I get you. G1 special year. That's a New Japan Pro Wrestling thing. That's a tournament to decide. It's like their Royal Rumble. It's their tournament, Johnny, to decide who wrestles at their biggest event of the year, Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
So whoever wins that. Now, if the champion wins it, he gets to pick who he wants to wrestle.
When is that supposed to take place?
June 9th.
June 9th? I think I have access, so I might actually try to watch it.
Okay. Well, I might. If it's on, when it's on, it probably comes on a week after. So I'll stream it, and we'll just watch
Okay.
it together. What do you want to do next, Bobbitt? Let's do the UK show, the NXT UK show.
Okay.
You said there's some matches there.
Yes, it's a 2-night event, and the matches revealed so far, they're having a fatal 4-way for the number one contendership for the women's championship. It's between Toni Storm, Killer Kelly, Jenny, and Issa Dawn.
Say that four names one more time, Bobbitt.
Toni Storm, Killer Kelly.
Did you say Toni
Jenny.
Storm?
Yeah.
Maybe they are gonna sign her.
Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be interesting.
go ahead.
And keep in mind, they're going to be going against either Shayna Baszler or Nikki Cross.
Well, I know Dakota Kai, and we'll get into that in the recap of this past week. Dakota Kai is facing Shayna Baszler for the title Wednesday.
All right. Also, we're having a tag team match, playa, holla, 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 between Aleister Black, Ricochet versus EC3 and the Velveteen Dream.
That I would love to see.
That's going to be a good match.
And we're also got another match.
It's going to be interesting to see how Ricochet and Aleister Black team up together.
Could be. They could make them a tag team, but I don't know. We'll see.
I hope not.
You know,
And
WWE.
last
I know.
we know of right now is Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven versus the Undisputed Era.
Again? Alright.
Okay.
They have, well, that match became that match was a horseshit match.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Anything else?
Also got the news from Rey Mysterio, and also
Oh yeah, no, I thought I was talking about the NXT UK. Is there any? It?
Yeah, that's all the matches as of right now.
So you said that there are some names for the Mae Young Classic that are showing up that were there previously, and I would be surprised at a couple of these names.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Revealed so far is Piper Niven, Tony Storm, Lacey Evans, Vanessa Bourne, and Serena Deeb.
Well, Serena Deeb's a coach down there right now, so I think she's still doing a little bit of work. The one person that's missing off that list is Jazzy Gabbert.
No, she's still healing from the surgery.
She's back to wrestling now.
Mm.
She is wrestling now, so maybe they're still thinking about it. When is the Mae Young Classic, Bobbitt? Do you know?
August. I think August 7th and 8th.
They got a shit ton of time, so we'll hopefully they do put Jazzy Gabbert back in there.
And
because
again, Bobbitt said these are only the names that have been revealed thus far.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
Thank you, Bobbitt.
Well,
Appreciate it.
These are names that the WWE is contacting to come back.
Okay, I'm sure they're still out there contacting others, but whatever. That's good. Okay, and then Rey Mysterio. What about Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio did a interview with some Mexican station, and they asked him what he would want to do if he ever came back to the WWE. Well, Rey came out and said he wanted to do the LWO Part 2 with Sin Cara, Kalisto, and Andrade Cien Almas.
So the Latino
That-
version of NWO.
That would actually be interesting.
They did it in WCW and it didn't go over too well. But then again, Rey Mysterio didn't have creative control.
Right. Now he probably would, and probably would do better.
And with
Right.
the talent that people think Kalisto is boring.
He's not.
He's not. It's
He's
just the
always
way
a
he's.
better luchador.
It's just the way he's been booked has been boring. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. Sin Cara is actually very talented.
Injury prone though.
He's injury prone. Andrade Cien Almas. I mean, him and Gargano had the band match of the year in the WWE. So I don't know.
The whole problem is you have to take a lot of them out of 205 Live.
Right. All right. So we got to get to SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. So the last piece of news, and this really, I didn't even know that this had happened. I don't think any of us knew it until I read it today. Just a little funny piece of news. I don't know if it's a work or a shoot. I'm thinking it's a work. Big E injured Corey Graves at SmackDown. Apparently he had, when he took his jacket off, he threw it in Corey Graves' direction and punctured his hand with a pencil. So he has lead in his hand. Corey Graves wants an official apology from Big E on Tuesday at SmackDown. We'll see if that's going to happen. I just wanted to let you all know that is one of the stories going into SmackDown. I guess.
He got
He
shafted by a pencil.
there's a picture of it on WWE.com where he's leaning over at the physicians like he got me right here. So yeah. So just to let you know that happened.
Doctor, he poked
you want to
me.
open up the SmackDown or the WWE news? So go down to where it says Raw. Go to Raw. Just give me a second. Click that right there. And scroll all the way down. Right there. Wait, no, don't click it. Scroll down, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I hate the way they set up the website now.
It's alright. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, in other news,
so Heather's going to tell us the first thing that happened. You're going to tell us what happened in the first segment. We're going to go segment by segment, and I'll try and keep it brief. Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon. Go ahead.
Raw Commissioner Stephanie McMahon returned and confronted Kurt Angle.
Okay, so this segment here, Kurt Angle was going to come out. He was going to give us some big news. Didn't get the fucking chance to because Cuntbag decided to come out and interrupt him and take his spotlight. She came out and took the news that there's going to be a signing between Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey tonight. Like, as if we didn't fucking know something like this was going to happen. They always fucking do this. Then Roman Reigns came out. Of course, Roman Reigns has got to come out. At first segment every fucking week. It's formulaic with this fucking company right off the bat. They bring out fucking Roman Reigns, very first segment, he gets put in a fucking match. Well, Kevin Owens come out, right? Kevin Owens came out and confronted, and it started out as a one-on-one match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, right?
Yes.
And Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens went at it for a little bit. Jinder Mahal comes out, interferes in the match. Seth Rollins then comes out to help fucking Roman Reigns. We get a tag team match. We got almost one full fucking hour of Roman Reigns on Monday. We only need 10 minutes of Roman Reigns. Here's the thing. I don't want to see this guy every week. Here's why. This is why people are fucking sick and tired. Another reason why people are sick and tired of seeing Roman Reigns. He's there every fucking week. He should be like an attraction. This is why Roman Reigns is not over with the fans. This is what we're talking about when he's shoved down people's throat. If he was there like every other week or every 3 weeks, you don't need him every fucking week. Same fucking thing, formulaic, being robotic, just like I'm doing right now. That is Roman Reigns in a nutshell. Again, I don't mind Roman Reigns inside the ring. I love his in-ring work. He can carry a match. But when it systematically is the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, it gets boring and stale. That's why Roman Reigns gets boos. It is boring and stale. And they've made it a political agenda for some reason. I don't know why. So we end up getting this match right away. Who ended up winning the match?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns end up winning the match. Was it just by a curb stomp?
Yes.
By a curb stomp over Jinder Mahal, I think it was.
Owens.
Oh, Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens taking a pin. Should have been Jinder Mahal. After the match, Jinder Mahal attacked both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and that was the end of the match. And Seth Rollins saved Roman Reigns, but yet we get Roman Reigns' music at the end of the fucking segment. Why? Who saved who? Did Roman Reigns save Roman Reigns?
So actually, what it was is Seth won the match by getting the pin.
I understand
So
that, but
he should-
after the match, he went and saved Roman Reigns from the chair shots. Am I right? Up on the ramp?
No, he got a couple himself and was actually knocked off the ramp.
I'm talking about when, yes, I know, but at the end of the segment.
No, officials actually finally came out and broke him up.
Anyway,
And that's when Seth came over.
Roman Reigns, yeah, but they've done nothing more than made Roman Reigns. Apparently, Seth Rollins isn't worth a shit to the WWE.
Even though he's the IC champion.
Yeah, exactly. He's holding the title that is on Raw every week, and yet they treat him like a second-rate citizen to fucking Roman Reigns, which isn't right. And what's next? I'll get your guys' thoughts on this show here in a second. Go ahead.
We move on to the Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley. Here is your life.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Johnny, what's your thoughts on the Roman Reigns debacle with the Roman Reigns hour? I call it.
After that whole ordeal, I was about ready to go to bed. I was about half asleep anyway throughout the whole fucking thing, but you know, that's neither here or there. I mean, it's same old shit. Well, you know, what can you say at this point?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still, Roman gets everything. Roman gets every crutch.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I just don't care about Raw at this point.
Yeah, I don't either. I think the show sucks. Right now, the show is just giving us nothing but garbage.
And what's sad is it's their longest running episodic show that they've ever created.
They keep calling it their A show, but they don't treat it like it is. What did you think of the segment, Bobbit?
Maybe a
1 second.
Uh-huh.
Well, of course I liked it.
You didn't see anything wrong with that entire fucking segment.
I got a rollback for an hour. That's good enough for me.
Bobbit, you've seen absolutely nothing wrong with that entire hour. Nothing. You've seen nothing wrong with that entire hour.
It drug on for a little too long, but
Okay, so here's the other thing, and I get you're a Roman Reigns guy, but you have to understand, too much of one thing is not a good thing. You get that, right? Every Roman Reigns fan should understand this. Like I said, you don't want this guy every week. You want he doesn't show up next week. You want to see him the next week, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's say Monday, if he was booked right, Bobbit, if he was booked right, he didn't show up next week. Would you want to see him the following week? Of course you would, right?
yeah.
Okay. The WWE used to do that. Remember when they
gave
fired
other talent a chance.
Yes.
As well.
Raw? You need to build your fucking A. God damn it. Give me a second.
The wires are pissing them off again.
I'm back.
Okay. I was wondering, I was like, what the hell?
So, it's hard for me to explain this without sounding like a fucking prick to you. What Roman Reigns fans are missing is that there is more out there than fucking Roman Reigns. You know this. Do you think Seth Rollins deserved to be treated the way he was treated on Monday? He's
No.
the one that stood tall at the end of that fucking segment, but yet they played fucking Roman Reigns' fucking music. Why? Why is it so fucking important that Roman Reigns gets everything and nobody gets nothing? Or everybody gets nothing else? Why is it so important to WWE to make this guy look that much better than everybody else? When in fact, Seth Rollins is 10 times better than Roman Reigns is. I'm not trying to belittle your fandom for Roman Reigns at all here, Bobbit. I want you to understand that. I'm trying to get... You're the only one that I've been able to kind of crack on this, because you understand Roman Reigns is dragging... Not Roman Reigns himself. Roman Reigns ain't doing it. It's the way he's being booked. It's WWE. And their booking and their idea that Roman Reigns is this god. He's not a fucking god, people. He's not. He puts his pants on just like you and me. He's nothing special. If I was to rank him as wrestling goes, he's at the bottom of the list of champions. His title runs are never that great. They're boring and stale. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. He's wearing the title because Vince McMahon thinks he is the next big thing. He's not. They have it standing right fucking next to him at the end of that fucking segment. Seth Rollins should be the face of the company. And they have done nothing but put Roman Reigns on this fucking pedestal that this fucking guy does not deserve. He's done nothing to warrant being called the best in the company. He's done nothing. He's lost to Brock Lesnar 3 times. He's never beat Brock Lesnar. He's never going to beat... If he was to beat Brock Lesnar, it'd have to be a fuck finish for him to win. Does that make Roman Reigns look good? No. He can't legit beat Brock Lesnar. He couldn't legit beat him at fucking WrestleMania. He couldn't do it at the Greatest Royal Rumble. And he ain't gonna do it at fucking SummerSlam. He's got to turn heel. Either that or get him off of fucking TV for a few months and then bring him back. It's the only way they're gonna save him. Go ahead.
To be fair, nobody's beaten Brock Lesnar yet, so...
My point exactly, Bobbit. But they're going down this road. I guarantee it. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are going to meet at SummerSlam. This is what I think they're going to do. Fucking Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar. It had better be a fuck finish where Heyman turns on fucking Brock Lesnar. I will not fucking believe. He'll still get booed out of the fucking stadium if he wins that fucking title. People do not want Roman Reigns to be the champion.
No.
Not the way he is right now. You see what it is, Bobbit? Roman Reigns as a character needs a major overhaul with his entire character and his entire booking. Because right now he's just bland and stale. He's the same old person comedy show that we've seen since The Shield. Nothing's changed.
And I'm not, again, Bobbit, I'm not belittling you. We're not having an intervention here. You can be a Roman Reigns fan all you want. I just want you to understand how other people are feeling. When people sit there and say, "Oh, Roman Reigns is the greatest thing since Wonder Bread." Wonder Bread isn't even that fucking good. I mean, people have got to fucking use their head. If you want to call me a fucking casual fucking fan and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, go back and watch fucking Hulk Hogan back in 1984. It's the same fucking thing. They did the same fucking thing with fucking Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns is better than Hulk Hogan. They have not given him the opportunity to be better than Hulk Hogan. They want to hold him back. They want him to be a corporate shill. They don't want him to come out of his shell, so to speak. Why, I don't know. But it's not helping him at all. I never seen him in NXT. I heard his, what is he called? The Thoroughbred?
Yes.
Was really good.
That's when he was heel.
His gimmick was awesome. Why not just go back to that? Why is it so important for this Roman Reigns to be over? I get it. I get it. He's every girl's wet dream. He's every 10-year-old boy's fantasy as their John Cena or whatever. I get it. You like him, Bobbit. I'm not criticizing people who like Roman Reigns. I'm criticizing the booking of Roman Reigns. This character could be so over if they would have done it right. They did not. Now we as fans are paying for it every week for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
That's the problem that we have. How do you fix it? Get this guy off of fucking TV. Nobody sees him. Nobody has anything to do with him. Kayfabe injury it for 2 months. For God's sake, have this guy come out and backstab Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title. Build this guy up as a fucking heel and then have something happen where he has to become a face. And it'll work. It will work. But you have to give it time. You can't just say 1 month Roman Reigns is a heel and the next month Roman Reigns is a face. You have to build the story. You can't just sit on it. You can't make it. You can't go fast with it. You have got to let it build. That's what WWE used to be good at. They don't do that. John Cena, they let him be a heel for God. I think like 6 months before they turned him face. And then they turned him face, and that's when he got his boom. He took off. Then he got stale, and he leveled out, and then he kind of declined, and then he leveled out. John Cena is top 3 champions of all time. Number 1, everywhere he goes, he gets a pop. Whether you say Cena sucks or let's go Cena, that's just a thing they do.
Realistically, the thing with Cena is that Cena was an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
He was an anomaly. I mean, because really, when you think about it, and I might be wrong on this, but from my general experience with watching wrestling, I don't think you ever had a superstar that had that divided of an audience.
Right. I'm reading the chat.
And he was a real anomaly for his time. But I think that was a blessing and a curse at the same time, because now that's their go-to excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Is that he's polarizing or it's an odd duck crowd.
Or as Michael Cole calls it, Bizarro World.
Bizarre world. Realistically, they should have done something to quell that.
Yes.
But because they didn't, and I tell you why they didn't do it, because now this gives them an out.
Yep. Yep. It does. It does. It does. So moving on from that segment, then we get the
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby. Oh my God! Can we just not fucking do this? I don't even want to fucking talk about this. That was
move on.
Terrible.
Next.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this: Bobby Lashley's career is dead in WWE, and not Bobby Lashley's fault. This guy. The thing that pissed me off about this segment was not so much the segment itself. Bobby Lashley coming out with a great big fucking smile on his face, giving a high five to kids. That's what killed it for me. Like, why? This guy should be fucking extremely pissed the fuck off.
Right now.
And want to fucking rip Sami Zayn's head off. And rip the head of these 3 guys. Which he finally did beat the shit out. But he fucking acted like a fucking asshole. Like he was a bully to these 3 other guys in the ring. And it's just like, come on. I don't understand the segment at all. Not only is Bobby Lashley's career dead, Sami Zayn's career is now dead too.
It's teetering on the edge at the very least.
They had him in a great storyline with Kevin Owens, and they take him away from it to be in this Bobby Lashley story? Come on. WWE, wake the fuck up. I don't even want to talk. We don't have to talk. Nobody has to comment on it. Bobbit, I know you're a Bobby Lashley fan too. It's just Bobby Lashley was out there. You seen him. He finally did beat the shit out of everybody in the ring, but he should have done it right away instead of fucking waiting 5 minutes.
You know what? You know what he actually did when he came out? He pulled an Apollo Crews.
Yep.
He did. He did.
Because the first thing first thought that came, I was like, why the fuck are you smiling?
Next one is Ember Moon and Alexa Bliss.
Mama Lano, baby making machines.
Ember Moon is the best thing that the women have seen on Raw since Asuka got her debut. Enough said. That eclipse that she does, that stunner that she does, I wish to God that they would let a man do it. I would love to see a man do that fucking move. Ember Moon does that so beautifully. And the best sell of that move was 2 weeks ago when, who was it? Not Alexa Bliss, but who was in the match? Who did she beat for the Money in the Bank? Was it Mickie James?
Yes.
Mickie James, if you've ever seen Mickie James sell that fucking move, that was fucking beautiful. Every time she takes that fucking stunner, that eclipse, some of the best fucking selling moves I have ever seen by a man or a woman. Because you don't want to take it stiff like The Rock used to. When Stone Cold gave him the stunner, how he pretty much did a fucking cartwheel, like 10 cartwheels in the fucking ring before he landed flat on the mat.
Yeah.
She does that flip. She flips over Ember Moon. Like, she just goes limp and she just, flops. That's how you sell. You don't do a stiff blue and then you do a cartwheel and then another cartwheel and then backflip or whatever the fuck he does. If you've ever seen that fucking meme where the guy does a stunner on him, the guy all of a sudden takes the stunner and starts doing backflips across the street and shit.
Goes around the world.
That's a little too much. Just take the hit, get to the point where you're fucking laying flat on the fucking ground. That's what Mickie James does, and I love the way she does it. Ember Moon ended up winning this match. Actually a pretty good match because it's Mickie James. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss sucks. I don't even want to fucking talk about her. I think she's terrible. To me, she is just as stale as fuck. I'm glad she's not the champion anymore, but they need to get the title off of Nia Jax and quick. Because both champions on fucking WWE, both women's titles,
stale as fuck right now.
They're not stale. Right now, I don't even call them champions. Nia Jax is as close as you're going to get. Carmella sucks. That woman needs to go the fuck away. She needs to get off of everybody's TV for sure. But yes, Ember Moon, that eclipse, I love that. That's like my favorite move in the WWE right now. Johnny, thoughts?
Well, the thing is, the thing about that move, I think that what really gets people excited about it is it's so original.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Most of the time when you see somebody do a move, it's a variation of what somebody else has done. I think that, another guy that I think that was kind of the original appeal with Bray Wyatt, because his move was kind of unique. It wasn't something that you really, it was a variation of a move, but it was unique in how he did it. And I think that's what is the real sell point for Ember Moon, is that finishing move is so unique. And nowadays, I'm happy when I see a wrestler like this comes on, because it reminds me that every now and then somebody can come along and surprise us.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why, I hope they don't do her like they do Bray Wyatt, because I was a Bray Wyatt fan for a long time. And I still am, but I hate the way they booked him.
How do you think I feel?
That's what's telling you to just relax.
I was just getting it off my fucking foot. Sorry. This fucking shit is driving me fucking nuts.
Down.
You settle down.
I'm calm as ever.
Okay. Go on. Go ahead, Johnny. Sorry.
But no, that's really all I had.
Oh, okay. Bobbitt, what did you think of Ember? What do you think of Ember Moon?
I have nothing further to add. Y'all done said everything I was gonna say, so.
Yeah, she should be a champion like very soon. I know we all know how Heather feels. Heather loves it.
I do.
And by the way, Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
We'll show you.
she's not as hot as Asuka. Just saying.
What?
She's not as hot as Asuka.
I don't care. I don't care.
Very funny.
Go ahead, Heather.
We've already agreed on this.
Go ahead,
You
Heather.
can have Asuka. I will give you Asuka if I can have Ember Moon. We've already agreed on this.
Okay, we can go without the love story.
Next match was Baron Corbin versus No Way Jose.
No Way
Who
Jose.
gives a fuck?
Yep. No
Yep.
Way Jose is Adam Rose version 2.0. Baron Corbin. They ain't gonna do anything with him. The only thing that I could think of is that this is gonna be a fucking match on a fucking pre-show. That's all I care about. That Baron Corbin, fuck him. This next match intrigues me. I got a little bit to say about it. All I'm gonna say is merchandise. Go ahead.
Team B and Breezango.
The B team and Breezango. I'm telling you, if you watched Raw Monday night, you seen two people. I think it was the husband and wife, or a
think so,
boyfriend
yeah.
and girlfriend. They sharpied in the B team with the white T-shirt. WWE needs to capitalize on that. I'm telling you, there is. I said it. Mark my words. There will be fucking merch sold. WWE will make money off of that fucking gimmick. I guarantee it. I think they're gonna give a slight push to the B team here. I think they're gonna get pushed to the titles. I don't think they're gonna win them. Then they're gonna break up and they're gonna go their separate ways. And I think they're gonna build them two up as singles competitors. But for right now, they're gonna push them to the title.
I personally think you're going to see, and I think also what you're going to see is their celebrations get more outlandish.
Yeah,
Possibly,
their
yes.
celebrations are like they just won the world title. I know, it's great. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's going to get downright stupid, but it's going to be a good stupid. It's going to be so stupid it's funny.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and that's the way. What the ending of the match when they wrote, or was that the week before where they wrote down on the fucking?
That was last week.
Was it last week?
That was
when
last
they,
week.
when they wrote down on the fucking thing. That was fucking hilarious.
And I even sat there and said, they're going to Stone Cold Steve Austin this. And that's exactly what they did with the chair.
They did.
Just missing the beer.
What's next, Heather?
Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey signing contract.
Who cares? You already know it's. The only way that I see this match going, well, there's three ways, and I said this the other night. DQ, Ronda Rousey gets DQ'd, or there's going to be a cash-in at Money in the Bank. They just signed a contract. Stephanie was trying to fucking plot them against each other, and it worked.
In a way.
Ronda Rousey, the one thing that I will say, and then I'll move on from this because we only got like 15 minutes left and we got another 2 shows to go, is she needs to stop fucking smiling. Ronda Rousey has got to stop fucking smiling. Enough with the fangirl shit and act like a fucking... the Ronda Rousey that everybody knows. Nobody cares what your fucking teeth look like. Just go out there and fucking beat the fuck out of somebody. That's all we want to see as fans, is her beating the shit out of people. That is it. That is all I want to see from Ronda Rousey. Yes, she can say something, but I don't want her fucking smiling no more. I'm done with the fucking smiling shit. Fangirl days are over.
Why is everybody smiling?
And next we got Dolph Ziggler versus Chad Gable.
This was a good match. Again,
Yeah.
you're looking at possibly the face of the company again. Here's another guy, Drew McIntyre, sitting right there. He's only 31 years old. He's in the prime of his career, coming up on the prime of his career. This match was pretty good. Dolph Ziggler, Chad Gable, they didn't get much, but hey, it was a decent match. I know you guys, I'm trying to move it along here. Just jump in whenever you feel like you need to.
Okay.
And next we have one of the women's Money in the Bank qualifier matches, which was Natalya, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan to qualify.
That was the only one, wasn't it?
Oh, there's two, yeah.
Yeah, Natalya wins. That's who I think is going to win the Money in the Bank. That's who I think is going to win the Money in the Bank. And that's who I think the cash-in's going to happen.
Apparently we have a psychotic kid running around outside.
Shut up!
Oh no.
It's alright. But we got Natalya. Natalya's going to cash in. And she's going to win the title, and there's going to be a feud built between Natalya and Ronda Rousey, which I don't mind because Natalya can work in the ring, and they work out together, so they can put a match out there together.
And we have Elias and Bobby Roode.
Who cares? You've seen it four
Who
times
cares?
before.
And then Braun Strowman and Finn Balor.
Good match. I did like the ending of the match when he picked up Finn Balor to show of respect. He then Braun Strowman picked up Finn Balor, put him in the corner of the ring, and then walked and did his whole fucking thing, and then ended the match. I like Braun Strowman. I just wish they need to make up their fucking mind what they're gonna do with this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so fucking sick and tired of this fucking crap that they fucking doing with him. Either you're fucking pushing this guy or you're not. If you're not gonna push him, then stop fucking using him in fucking big time matches. I'm
You
fine.
know what, Cody?
What you're going to
You know what, Cody? You know what happens when you go cheering for the Braves? A sucky team.
Actually, they're in
Do you
first
know
place,
what
dude.
happens
They're in first place, dude. They don't suck.
when you argue with the foul-mouthed Bobbit?
Oh, Jesus.
Do you want to know what happens to people like that?
Bob, it is correct. Faith doesn't win championships. Anyway, so
You just got put in timeout.
yeah, the Braves are still too young, Cody. They're a couple years away. Alright, so then we go to SmackDown. We'll go through this real quick. The New Day joined Miz TV. Miz was doing nothing more than trying to get an answer out of the New Day of who was going to the Money in the Bank. They didn't say. The only thing that they did say is they said, who are we going to face? Who? You know, that fucking thing they do. And they decided Big E. Oh, so Big E is going to be in the Money in the Bank. No, Big E is going to beat you up. Or whatever they did. So then they went backstage, and I love Paige as a general manager. She's doing a great job.
I loved the silence between the two of them at the start of that. That was beautiful.
And then I didn't catch that, but then she's like, so you said you could beat both of them? You could beat any one of them? You have a match with Big E. And then he's like talking. He was like, what, but, and she's like, go. So he ended up having some match between Miz and Big E. I hope they're not reverting back to their old fucking ways again with the Miz, where he has to have help to win a match. The Miz ended up beating Big E because the bar ended up interfering or distracting, and skull crushing finale, match over.
Although I will say this, Kofi had a beautiful spot.
Yes,
Oh,
he did. When he
yeah.
jumped off, was it Sheamus's shoulder?
No, it's Cesaro's.
Was it Cesaro's shoulder? Okay. Yeah, that was. I even said that when we were watching the show, because we watched it when I got done, because it was on 8 o'clock my time where I was. And that was it's a very beautiful spot. I enjoyed that very much. The next match, is there any questions? We'll get to the questions here in a hot minute, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead.
We have Lana and Billie Kay in the first Money in the Bank qualifying match.
I don't care about Billie Kay. I'm going to say that right off the top. Do I care about Lana either? No. Do I think Lana deserves to fucking win that? Deserves a fucking Money in the Bank shot? No.
I got it.
Lana, the only reason Lana won this match is because of Rusev. And don't be surprised or shocked, because you know how WWE is with their first evers. You could have your first ever Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank.
Yep.
I don't want it to happen, but don't be surprised if they don't do it, okay? So, WWE fans, brace for it. It could happen. I don't even want Rusev to win Money in the Bank, to be honest with you. I don't care for Rusev anymore. I'm done with fucking Rusev. I'm done with his fucking bullshit. Either you're pushing the guy or you're not. Make up your fucking mind, WWE. 1 minute they're pushing him, next minute they're burying him. 1 minute they're pushing him, next minute they're burying him. Decide. Again, decide. I don't know if you have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. They are terrible. Ever since they have come up, I enjoyed them down in NXT. Ever since they have come up, they have been so cringe. And Valena, by the way, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they suck. They are terrible. Terrible. I'll say it again. Terrible. They're the reason that the women's division it keeps taking steps backwards. It's not moving forward.
Especially with fucking Peyton Royce coming out and shaking her ass like a fucking dog in heat with our entrance.
Yep, that too.
Oh.
What's the next?
Andrade St. Elmas versus a local competitor. See, they didn't even give him a fucking name on the goddamn website.
Where?
See, I'm done with this shit too. Why is Andrade... Why did they bring this guy up if they're going to do nothing but have him wrestle local enhancement talent? Because they aren't any good down in NXT. This guy just had match of the year with Gargano not too long ago, and you got him wrestling enhancement talent. At least putting him, like a certain somebody said, put him up against Ty Dillinger or fucking Zack Ryder. Somebody.
Yeah.
Other than fucking local enhancement talent. Give him a fucking match. Come on, people. Come on, WWE. Again. Let's go. Be realistic for once.
And we got Shinsuke Nakamura revealing his stipulation choice for the WWE Championship match at Money in the Bank.
I don't agree with this fucking stipulation.
I don't either.
Because you know how it's going to end. You can't tell me it's not going to end the way that it's going to end.
Double count out.
It's going
Or
to be a double last man standing.
Yeah.
Both of them aren't going to respond. They did it at fucking... They're rehashing what they did at fucking Backlash. That's all
Yeah.
they're doing. The only way that this feud can end, or this... Well, the feud won't end, because if AJ does lose the title to Shinsuke, he's going to get a rematch. Which is fine. But enough with the fucking stipulation matches. The only way to end the stipulation match thing, an I quit match, where somebody has to say, I quit. Somebody has to say it. Or somebody has to throw in the towel. Something. Somebody has to do something. I'm so sick of it. It's killing the feud. They're ruining the two of the best workers in the fucking WWE with this shit. Let them fucking do their shit. End this fucking feud. This end of the feud. Start up a new feud. If AJ doesn't win the fucking rematch, fucking have Shinsuke move on to somebody else. Because if Shinsuke loses this match, or loses the match that they're going to have at SummerSlam probably, Shinsuke might as well go back to New Japan. Because there's nothing more for him to do.
Uh-oh.
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson against the Usos for #1 contendership for Money in the Bank for the titles, tag titles.
Just because the Usos lost this match does not mean they're buried. They just have to refresh a couple of feuds. Let's give Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson a chance here.
I think it's about time they do.
Yes, I agree.
You're screaming kids.
Okay, I got it. I got this. Yeah, so Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson win. I like the move. They're going to win the match. I really didn't pay much attention to the match. I kind of knew they were going to win. It was kind of a good match, I guess. I don't know. There was a couple of high spots in the match.
A little, yeah.
I mean, the Usos, you're always going to get what you're going to get. You're usually going to get a good match. Next was Naomi defeated Sonya Deville in a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. This was a roll-up. I mean, Sonya Deville should not be moving on. Naomi needs to win the Money in the Bank. Naomi should be in Money in the Bank. So the right person won here. Sonya Deville. I don't mind Sonya Deville, but good God, do they need to change her entrance?
Yeah,
It gives
I
me.
feel like I'm gonna have an epileptic. I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure every time she comes out.
I told this to Heather Tuesday night. It gave me a fucking headache. I literally got a headache watching that. And then the main event was Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy to earn a second opportunity at Money in the Bank qualifying match. I like the way this ended. When she first told me that it was a qualifying match, I'm like, fuck, why are they going to put the feud in with Miz and Daniel Bryan? Why can't they be patient? But then she said, well, hold on. If you heard what I said, which I do a lot of, she has to, if you would have let me finish, they're going to, it's a shot to face Samoa Joe for a spot in Money in the Bank. So that I'm okay with. I don't see Daniel Bryan winning the Money in the Bank match, or the qualifying match.
He needs to be kept away from the Miz until at least SummerSlam.
Yes, they're going to hopefully keep him away from him until SummerSlam or until Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Because the Miz, I think, is going to win the Money in the Bank, and he's going to. Daniel Bryan's going to get a shot at either Shinsuke or AJ Styles, and the Miz is going to cash in, and he's going to win the title. He's going to steal the title out from under Daniel Bryan, and then Daniel Bryan and him will have a feud over the title. That'll culminate at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, one of the two. I don't know. We will see. I just hope WWE can draw out the story longer than... I hope they can last that long. I really do.
So,
that's the kind of story you want to build for almost a year.
So, quick question. So, in that sense, would you be okay with Miz being champion?
If they do it right.
Yes.
He has to win Money in the Bank. He can't win the title. He can't beat Daniel Bryan for the title. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
See what I thought what I thought they were going to do is they were going to have The Miz win the title, and then Daniel Bryan win the title, and then he was going to fucking cash in on him at fucking SummerSlam or Royal Rumble or whatever, and then we were going to get the fucking Miz. Miz isn't good enough to be a main eventer at a WrestleMania, in my opinion. He's good enough to be a main eventer at a Royal Rumble or a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series, but you know what they're going to do with the Survivor Series unless they change it, because they are dual branded now. Because they can go away from this whole they can go away from this whole other shit. So yeah, go to NXT. We'll go on to NXT. But yes, I agree. I as long The Miz has to be the champion though. It can't be the other way around. Daniel Bryan cannot be the champion. It has to be the Miz. Because I will say this, I was not a big proponent of Daniel Bryan, or excuse me, the Miz. And then the last couple of weeks, he's actually impressed me with his wrestling. He hasn't needed help winning matches. And then they did this, but then they turned around and did this thing last week. It's like, what are you doing? You're reverting back to what he was doing before he went out on his own. Don't need that. Now, I do know that they're having triple threat match, or a 6-man tag, Monday or Tuesday. It's Daniel Bryan and the Bar versus I don't know who the other three are, but they're in a tag team match. The New Day. They're taking on the New Day. So, alright, so we'll move on to the NXT and then we'll get out of here. And we have an announcement to make after that, or something to that effect, or we'll go over some other news.
Just make sure there's no questions.
Okay. TM61 defeated Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery has given me gold. Me and Heather have got some, I'm telling you, she was mad at me because I gave it away. I've got some shit that I'm going to be recording on my channel, and it is comedy gold. It is comedy gold. I'm hoping it's comedy gold, and I hope I can pull it off. Heather's going to write it for me, and I'm going to see if I can pull it off. It's going to be like mystery stuff. I'm giving you a little... I might give you a little teaser somewhere down the line, but once she starts doing that, writing that first episode for me,
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
okay, we'll go there. So TM61 defeated Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery, what's it, Dozovich?
Oh my god.
He walking down the hall, he's going, ooh yeah, I'm gonna get me some peanut butter and jelly, ooh yeah. I fucking love that guy. He's giving me gold. So, yeah, TM61, they're cheaters. That's what Heavy Machinery's calling them, and they won by cheating, put his feet on the ropes. So they're building that story. I think Heavy Machinery should be getting called up soon, or they're going to be enhanced. TM61 might be getting called up too. I don't know.
They might be, yeah.
The next match was Lacey Evans versus Kairi Sane. I did not like the way that this match ended. Why are they making Kairi Sane a jobber? I have this funny feeling that is what they are doing with Kairi Sane. She should not be losing to Lacey Evans clean, period. A screwed up finish? Yes, but not clean. If anybody's seen that match, it was a clean finish. She should not be losing to Lacey Evans clean. I'm sorry. Anybody that can say that is a good idea, they're wrong. Lacey Evans is not bad. She's not good. She's not Kairi Sane good, okay? Lars Sullivan defeated Ricochet and Velveteen Dream in a handicap match. This is interesting. The way this match ended, I thought that they were going to... whoever won this match, then they were going to have... They were finally going to blow off their feet. But apparently not. I have a funny feeling that this is going to be a triple threat match between Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream. Ricochet and Velveteen Dream did the Death Valley Driver, and a beautiful one at that. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. And a beautiful one at that on Ricochet. And Ricochet took the pin, which I kind of disagreed with. What are you doing?
She almost flipped off the camera.
My niece is over here doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing?
She almost hit the floor.
I see that. Thank God.
Yay! Guess who taught her that?
I didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't flip it. It's okay. You're fine. So the final match was the final segment was Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Well, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae came out, and I tell you what, one of the best things that happened here was they actually got Candice LeRae physically involved. I'm so happy that they did it. Jesus.
Good Lord.
I'm so happy that they did this because it gave us something to look forward to. I think Candice LeRae is going to turn on Johnny Gargano, and it's going to cost Gargano a match of some kind, and they're going to extend the feud. The feud's going to extend. I told everybody Gargano was not getting called up. He's not getting called up anytime soon because him and Ciampa want to work together. These two fucking... And Ciampa is probably the best heel that any promotion has going right now. He does everything right. I mean, he plays his character to the T, even in social media. If you've never seen him on Twitter, he is just heel. He's heel. He's heel through and through, and he does a great job of it. And he's from Wisconsin, by the way. We can go heel whenever we need to.
As we have all learned from JP himself.
So yeah, so Candice, Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae's like, Gargano, I'm assuming was going to retire. I think that's what he was going to do. So Candice LeRae was like telling him, persuading him to come here. And then Ciampa did his whole fucking heel wave, you know, he's like, bye-bye. And then you listen to your wife, she wears the pants in the family, be a good boy. He got up on the fucking apron and he sidestepped or he did something. I can't remember, but Gargano, Ciampa hit him or something, and Gargano, Candice LeRae got up on the apron or whatever, and he elbowed Candice LeRae, knocked her out. It's a pretty hard bump. That woman can take a fucking bump from a guy. I'm telling you. She took two super kicks from the Young Bucks and still won the match. So that tells you how good what she can and cannot do inside the ring. But other than that, that's all that happened in the WWE this past week. I don't have any other fucking news.
None. There was none.
Wait, JP, I think there is something else.
What? Do what, Bobby?
Don't you have some other news that's pretty big?
Oh yeah, Heather's pregnant.